I forgot to put the YouTube odds on. Whoopsie daisy. Just waiting for people to fall into the chat. I shouldn't say chat. They don't necessarily need to chat. I'm waiting for people to tune in. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm really excited to get back into this game. It's been the most fun thing I've been doing lately. I have been playing The Witcher 3 as well, which is a great game, but this is a lot of fun. And The Witcher 3 is fun, but it's also intriguing. Fun isn't its soul thing. Yeah. I should post that I'm streaming. Oh, fuck you. I hate when Twitch does that. I gotta fix it. It's really annoying for everybody involved. But yeah. I missed a spot when shaving. That's the worst. And sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes you really can't tell until it's too shaving. That's the worst. Something just fell down in my room. Join stream. Well, fuck you. Alright. Yeah, fuck you. Alright. Everything seems to be good. So I'm going to get started here. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back into this. I've been having a lot of fun doing it. Just making sure I sent out all the links to the right places. I think I did. Alright. Alright, well, let's just jump right into it. And hopefully we get some other followers back in the chat from yesterday because they were fun to talk to. If not, it's cool. And I'll try to remember to actually get the VODs up later today. Maybe Cat5 can remind me later. At least put up the first one. I don't know if I'm going to cut up in the chunks or just put it up as one big thing, because chunks is probably better, but it takes work to edit it. Yeah, you know. Load game. When we left off, shit was fucked. Everyone made fun of us at the school festival. Cat5, we didn't go much further after you left. We only played for another 5-10 minutes. Yeah, when we left off, everyone made fun of us at the well, didn't make fun of us, but they kind of like were rude and talked during the poetry performances because they were assholes. So everyone's probably going to be really sad this session. Won't be a problem, boss. Happy birthday, boss. Metal Gear. Alright. No one expected the festival to end this way, and the impact is hitting all of us. So, that could have gone better. My attempt at humor falls flat, and I immediately regret speaking. Mitsuki gives me a dirty look, but Sayori smiles wanly. Meanwhile, it looks like Monika's face has finally fallen. I understand. I don't understand. Where did we go wrong, guys? We spent so long preparing for this, after all our efforts. For the first time, that outgoing confidence Monika always seemed to radiate had snuffed out. She clearly cared a lot about this event, and I feel awful for her. I know, I don't get it either. I thought you guys did all such a good job. The decorations, the recitals... I'm sorry, Monika. Don't worry about it, Moles. It's not like it's your fault anyway. She smiles weakly at me. Glancing around, I notice that Yuri and Natsuki seem particularly upset, with Yuri looking absolutely dejected and Natsuki steaming mad. This is your fault, Monika! I told you this was a stupid idea! None of us were even that comfortable doing it in the first place. Now look where it's landed us. Sometimes I get, like, hints of, piano. It's piano! It catches my attention. Excuse me, my fault. We all agreed to do this. Pardon me for thinking it would actually go well. What's so wrong with that? We only agreed to do it because we felt like you were forcing us. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. Given everyone's low moods, an argument is the last thing we need. I didn't force anyone, Natsuki. You know how much this club means to me. I was just excited to show what we have to the rest of the school. Yeah, because that was such a good idea, wasn't it? I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, you know? Why can't you just try and be positive for once in your life? Ooh, going right into it, right away. I'm blowing out my microphone, according to OBS, and I apologize. Big fights. Ooh, I like this music. This is fun. I mean, I don't know if I call it fun. I'm having fun. I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, you know? Why can't you just try being positive for once in your life? Gee, it's funny you would say that, because I'm really starting to get sick of your self-righteous know-it-all attitude. We told you this was a bad idea, but no. You just had to insist on this, even though no one was happy with it. It was for a reason. Look at how much Moles enjoys it here. Is it really so unreasonable to think that we could have found someone else like him? Or is that just too positive for you to even fathom? This is awful. The other students were bad enough, but now Monika and Natsuki are going for each other's throats. Look how badly everyone was humiliated. How inconsiderate all of those... She struggles for a moment, her anger inhibiting her ability to speak. Those assholes were, to all of us. They didn't give a damn about anything we had to say. What did that one prick say? He was only here for the food? All of that hard work. For what? Nothing. She angrily kicks one of the desks. The loud noises jolts Yuri, who looks up with tears in her eyes. Please, Natsuki, can you calm down? Don't tell me you're taking her side, Yuri. You had to experience the worst of it. I don't get why you're not mad either. Natsuki, there's no point in being angry at Monika. She didn't want this to happen. She had no idea people would react this way. It's bad enough that the students were rude. I don't really like fighting inside the club itself. Yeah, but if Monika had just listened to us when we said we weren't comfortable with the whole idea, this would have never happened. Monika sighs. This is the kind of conflict she generally leaves for Sayori to deal with, but in this case, Sayori looks too distraught to intervene. Look, what you're not understanding is that sometimes you just have to take risks. Sure, this didn't go well, but there was always a chance it wouldn't have ended like this, and we could have had a new member. She turns to me. I mean, you of all people can understand that the best, right, Moles? You made the choice to come here. Look how much you enjoy it. Oh, don't you... Oh, don't you try to suck up to him, Monika. Face it, you never listen to us, your club members, or take our opinions into account. Tell me I'm not alone in thinking that, Moles. Oh, great. No, I have to choose a side. I don't really want to do this. I desperately look at Yuri and Sayori, but both look too upset to want to get involved. So I guess that's gotta be... Oh, no. I don't know. They both have a decent point. Monika is right in that taking risks is good and that the show itself wasn't inherently a bad idea and you couldn't be sure that this was going to end this way. But Natsuki was right that she didn't really listen to everyone's concerns or fears. Oh no. Oh no, they're both right. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I really don't know. Help me. Somebody help me. I think waifu the tall one. I think even though Natsuki has a point, Monica is more correct. Natsuki is correct. Little tiny gremlin is right, but Monica is also right, and I feel like she has the right idea here. So I'm gonna go with her, or it's gonna make the fight worse, because Natsuki can't handle people disagreeing with her, and Monica could probably handle it better, but I'm going with what I would say, and not necessarily what I think would lead to the most positive outcome. Monica. Something tells me this is going to make me very unpopular with Natsuki. I brace myself for what's going to come next. Natsuki, come on, you know better than I do that Monica loves this club. It's only natural she want to share it with the rest of the school. Ugh, seriously? You're actually taking her side? I can't believe this. No, it's not like that. I'm not taking her side. It's just what? What exactly are you trying to do, Lulz? Don't try and backpedal. Natsuki, that's not what he's trying to say. He's just... Oh, of course you're jumping to his aid. Shut up, Monica. Monica looks furious, and for a moment I think Natsuki has finally gone too far. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath, evidently trying to contain her anger. Geez, Natsuki, don't you think that was a little out of order? You don't have to shout at her. What would you know? You haven't been here for 5 days. Why is everyone making me out to be the bad guy here? Remember when Oh god, I've had arguments like this in high school. It was terrible. Remember when Monica said she'd make sure people weren't going to be rude during our performance? Well, congratulations. She sure did a fantastic job of that. I mean, it's not like anyone wolf whistled at Yuri or anything, was it? Some enforcer you were. Her bitter, sarcastic tirade continues on, each point worsening the atmosphere. I'm the only one who can see this for what it is. It's just Monica trying to use the club to boost her popularity. Damn. Fuck, man. That's brutal. That's too much. Bitch is gonna get slapped. And it sickens me. You think we're all just, what, some sort of pawns for you? Explain why you didn't even consider how reluctant we all were to do this, or why you would let everyone just walk all over us. Natsuki, you're being ridiculous now. Why would I want to hurt all of us? It's not exactly been easy on me, either. Natsuki let out a snort of derision. You? What would you of all people know about life being hard? Ah! Monica blinks, looking like she's been slapped. It's easy for you, Monica. With your role as the queen of the school, everyone's liking you, all that crap. You have such a perfect life and all. Never having to... Okay, you're really losing me now, Natsuki. You're being, like, a huge bitch. Natsuki, like, her life's not perfect. She knows she's in a video game with no self-control. That's terrible. That's maddening. Never having to defend your interests, never having anyone ridicule you for the things you like. I share classes with these assholes, you know, and you can bet they're going to have a lot of fun telling everyone else about how much of a loser we all are. And guess what? It's all because of you. I can practically hear the venom dripping from her words at this point. It's absolutely horrible. Face it, Suri would be a better president than you could ever be. This is rough. Ooh. And with that, a sickening silence falls into the room once more. But this time, it's a million times worse. The fire in Natsuki's eyes is blazing, and quiet sobs can be heard from Yuri. Sayuri's miserably hugging herself, looking completely lost for words. Monica is wearing a stony expression on her face, looking both enraged and heartbroken. The whole club waits for her reply to the bombshell Natsuki just dropped on her. But without a word, Monica turns on her heel and walks out the door, the impact of Natsuki's words hanging on the air behind her. No one knows what else to say. For a few moments, the heavy silence remains. We all exchange looks. Yuri is meekly wiping her eyes on her sleeve, and Sayuri is standing around awkwardly. Natsuki, on the other hand, is refusing to meet anyone's gaze. She looks like she's regretting her words a little bit. Oh, this is so sad. Like, Alexa, play Despacito. That's an outdated meme. I know. I'm sorry. It's all I can think of. So sad. It's honestly like... it was honestly like difficult to read. Ooh, boy. Guys, can we, please make sure that never happens again? It was awful. That was horrible to experience, to say the least. Without Monica to restore order and keep things going, the club suddenly feels very aimless and disorganized. Natsuki, I know you're angry, but can you please find Monica and apologize? But... Please, I know you're feeling a bit guilty over what you said. After all, you were a bit mean. Natsuki grumbled something under her breath. Nah, it's okay. I'll go and find Monica. No offense, Natsuki, but I don't think she'd particularly want to see you right now. I wince as the words leave my mouth. There's probably a more diplomatic way of saying it. Natsuki glares at me. Fine. As I turn to leave, I silently motion to Yuri and Sayori to try and talk to Natsuki. Sayori nods, and Yuri nervously swallows. Now, where would Monica go? Okay, now it's sunny. She would probably went somewhere quiet where she could be by herself, right? Which rules out the classrooms, the courtyard, and the cafeteria. The only two places coming to mind are the girls' toilets or the rooftop. Well, I'm hoping it isn't the girls' toilets. I make my way over to the staircase that leads up to the top, thinking about how this conversation is going to go. Will she even want to talk to me? She didn't even say anything as she left. Was she that upset? Although, given what Natsuki said, I really wouldn't blame Monica. Guess there's only one way to find out. There's a door at the top of the staircase, which opens out to the rooftop. Bracing myself, I put my hand on the cool steel door handle and push the door open. I hope this doesn't get dark like it seems it's going to get dark. Maybe it's Monica this time that gets the... We'll see. Yeah. Man, the view up here really is something. I shiver as the wind cuts through my blazer. It's a cold and desolate place, a fitting setting for what just happened. I look around, and there she is, leaning slightly over the barrier at the edge of the rooftop, face turned away from me. Not a peep sounds from her, not even when the wind slams the door closed behind me. Monica? No answer. I slowly approach her, making as little noise as possible in some illogical attempt to not scare her away. You, looked pretty upset, so I thought I'd come find you. I trail off, mentally berating myself at how weak that must have sounded. She stays completely still as I sidle up to her side. Wow, that's a weird way to phrase that. Leaning on the railing so I can see her face. I don't know what I expected, but her expression is oddly calm. Monica? Beautiful view, isn't it? Yeah, you could say that. Is that the reason you came up here? It's part of it. On days like this, the wind and the eternally stretching blue sky make me feel like I can go anywhere. It feels freeing. There's something comforting in the possibility of getting swallowed up by that blue, being able to simultaneously take control and lose control. Monica, well, I know you're obviously not okay, but I'm not asking if you're okay to know you're okay. I'm going to ask if you're okay so that you can choose to talk to me about whatever you want to give you an opportunity to open up. So, are you okay? A thin smile appears on her face. Progress? That's sweet of you, Moles. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have any tact at all. Me either. Did you expect that I'd be crying up here? Contemplating suicide or something? Don't worry, I wouldn't do it just because of the festival. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cry it out. You know, I actually thought that I would cry at first, but maybe I'm all cried out. I guess I've come to terms with all the things that Natsuki said already. She says such weighty words so casually. What Natsuki said wasn't true, Monica. I know you're a fantastic president. I hasten to try and give less empty words after she arches an eyebrow at me, and I'm not just saying that to cheer you up either. Remember what I said to you before the festival, during your little pep talk? She faintly nods. I'm going to reiterate it anyway because it's important you're aware of how much I mean it. Thank you for everything. You took me in when I really needed it. Remember how I said earlier that I've been feeling lonely? She nods again. Well, that's how things have been for me recently. I haven't seen much of my parents lately, and most days I'd spend alone. All of that changed when I joined your club. You were all so friendly and welcoming. Not once did you ever turn me away because I wasn't a poet. I mean, between you and me, I know my poems weren't the greatest. Heh, you have a lot of potential, Moles. I did like your poems. Well, I'm glad you think so, but anyway, that's besides the point. You accepted me for who I was, and I was always willing to help me. And more importantly, you've created something that 3 other girls hold dear to their hearts. Definitely the sign of a good president, if you ask me. Monica looks down for a moment, as if composing herself, and then meets my eyes with a smile. Thank you, Moles. That really means a lot. Like I said earlier, Hearing all of this from a newcomer really does make me believe I've hit the goals I set for myself. All I wanted was to create a little heaven that people could call home, no matter their writing ability. Well, take it from someone who's joined only a few days ago then. You've definitely succeeded. Also, had you not made this club, I would have never have gotten to meet Yuri and Natsuki, or been able to hang out with Sayuri again. Nor would I have gotten to get to know you better either. And that would have been a real shame, eh? I playfully nudge her, receiving a nudge back. This past week has probably been the happiest I've been in a long, long time. And that, well, it's all thanks to you. We share a smile, one that I'm sure is completely genuine on Monika's part. I don't really know what to say. It's okay, seriously. I just wanted to let you know how I felt. Anyway, Natsuki was a bit out of order with her words, but I honestly don't think she meant it. I guess tensions are just running really high, and you know better than I do how fiery she can be. Yeah, I know she was just really upset, but hearing those words, it hit pretty deep, you know? I tried telling myself not to take her words to heart because I knew she was just upset. But it was that one line about Sayuri being a better president. I don't know why it got under my skin so much. It was just spite, Monika. People say awful things they don't mean when they're upset. Sayuri and Yuri are talking to her now, and I get the feeling she wants to apologize, but just doesn't know how to. Well, that's definitely something Natsuki needs to work on. By the way, thank you for making an effort to find me. It really means a lot. I'm suddenly struck by the situation I'm in. Here I am, alone with one of the most attractive, popular girls of the year, having a heart-to-heart. Probably a situation most of the other guys in the school would kill to be in. My face heats up as a little as I process the heartfelt, rather vulnerable scene we're within. You're welcome, Monika. Nothing to thank me for. I sheepishly scratch the back of my neck. We should go find the others, though. Don't want them to worry or anything. We stand up and make our way back to the door. I hope so. It wasn't exactly nice to be told you have a perfect life and that you've never experienced any difficulties. As we make our way back to the club, I just hope Sayuri and Yuri were able to talk some sense into Natsuki. The last thing we need is another argument. To offer tickle. No. Tickling was a one-time thing. Not doing it. Nope. That's COVID right there. She's silent as we ruthlessly make our way back to the classroom. I don't know. I don't have enough viewers to tell me, and that's not a knock. Like, I don't care. I've been having so much fun. I don't really care about the view count. But I don't have enough people to tell me if I've gotten better. But I feel like my acting is getting better. That's pretentious as shit. But it's true. We finally arrive. I squeeze her shoulder as she takes a deep breath and walks in. Ah, they're back! Yuri and Sayuri hurry over to us, looking worriedly at Monika. Meanwhile, Natsuki remains standing off to the side by herself, arms folded. Hey guys, I'm alright, really. Taking some time outside helped clear my head, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Not to mention, Moles was a real help too. I'm relieved. It was a frightening prospect to consider losing our club president. Yeah, and now that everyone's calmed down, we can talk things out. Natsuki, why don't you come join us? Fine. She drags her feet as she makes her way over to us. It's good side content for me. It's basically, I imagine since you're doing other stuff while listening, it's pretty much like an audiobook. Not a professional audiobook reader or anything. Oh, hang on, boys. Message on the phone. Gotta make sure it's not important. I think I did pretty good with the tickle scene, as awkward as it is. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I noticed about games like this in my personal experience, like outside of streaming them. If you read it in your head, I feel like you almost get less of an impact than when you read it out loud. So when something does happen, like that's emotional, I feel a bit more attached and connected to it after reading it out loud. Like even now, like this is a visual novel, and let's be real, it's pretty tropey and anime-like. But I still feel attached to the characters, and I'm feeling a little sad right now, you know? Just a second, I gotta respond. There's an important message on my phone. But I'm looking at chat. Okay. Got that done. Alright. Alright. But yeah, no, actually acting it out and voicing it, I tend to get a bit more attached. It'll be interesting playing Persona 4, which has voice acting, but also doesn't have voice acting for some scenes, and seeing how that affects a game I've already played like 3 or 4 times. Because I think that's the next stream game, because it's really long, and it's a game I've played multiple times, so I won't be bummed out only playing it for a couple hours at a time, which streams are going to be a bit more sporadic. I'm going to keep trying to do them almost daily, at least during the week. Until I start my new job, which starts mid-July, and then after that, streams might be weekend-only things. It depends it depends what the shifts are and stuff. But yeah, for now, lots of game to play. I'm really curious as to how long this experience is going to be. Alright, sorry for the delay, boys. Sorry for the delay. We'll be going back to the game right about now. Yeah, no, just important messages I had to respond to on my phone. I wouldn't stop the stream for nothing. you know. Anyway, I don't know. I might get more messages. So sorry if things are a little sporadic for the next, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Probably won't be for that long. But yeah. I noticed Majika fidgeting with the hem of her skirt and smiled reassuringly on her face. Okay, so I'm here. Natsuki's eyes dart up to meet Monika's for just a second. So, there's an awkward silence as Natsuki's voice trails away. Sayori raises her eyebrows at her, causing the smaller girl to return with a glare. I think Sayori and Monika are so similar, they're hard to distinguish. I think what Natsuki means to say is that she just said all those things in the heat of the moment. A crime of passion, as it were. Hey, geez, I can speak for myself, you can't, you know? She says that, but... Alright, I'm just gonna get this over with. What I wanted to say was that I didn't mean what I said, that you were a bad president. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that you care a lot about the club. Suri nods vigorously at her, egging her on. It's just that those jerks pissed me off so much that I blurted out random things and needed to vent. Well, I won't lie, it does seem like you always get special treatment because you're so popular, Monika. But then again, I wouldn't know what you have to go through. You're on a totally different level from the rest of us. Natsuki. Anyway, that's all, I guess. I've always seen you as a friend, and I hope that you'll still be able to see me as one, too. There's tension in the air once again as we anxiously wait for Monika to respond. Natsuki shifts back and forth on her feet, looking like she almost wants to run away from the scene. Thank you for saying that. I'm not going to lie either. Your comment doubting my presidency hurt. It's definitely not true, though. You're a great president, Monika. Yeah, you brought all of us together. Without you, we wouldn't have become friends, and I wouldn't have been introduced to the world of poetry. I agree. It's an amazing feeling to be able to talk to like-minded individuals. Yeah, as far as presidents go, we could definitely do worse. And so what if you nudged us into the festival? I guess it's only normal for the president of all people to want the club to grow. Thanks, guys. I guess that after all that, I have no choice but to accept Natsuki's apology, huh? I mean, it'd be really great if you could. I mean, technically, she didn't actually say the words, I'm sorry. But the sentiment's there. I'll accept that. I mean, it'd be really great if you could. That's certainly an understatement. We all turned back to look at Yuri, surprised at the glimpse of humorous side to her. Did I say something strange? Oh, Yuri, you're so funny. Eh? I let out a breath I've been subconsciously holding in. It seems like everything's turned out well in the end, or at least as well as they can given the circumstances. Okay, everyone. And with that catchphrase, everything seems alright in the world once again. I totally forgot to mention this, but we still need to clean everything up. I'm sure that all of us working together, it won't take that long to do. I'm assuming everyone's just going to skip the festival and go home after this. I'm pretty tired after all that stuff happened. So am I. Same here. I wish I could leave too, but I have a shift in my class's cafe after this. It's alright though. Everyone get moving, then you can all go home. Everyone starts cleaning up the room, myself included. Yuri and Itsuki start picking up the essential oil setup and cupcake trays respectively. Meanwhile, Yuri, Monica, and I pick up everything else left on the ground and desks. It's like we are erasing all the trace that the festival ever happened in here. Although, I can't help but think there's still lingering tension in the air, despite Monica's cheery expression. I have a feeling that Monica might just be putting the club before herself in this case. But the only thing I can do now is hope that everyone will feel better tomorrow. It'd be pretty nice to get home from school early for a change and be able to relax. Although now that I think about it, I really only have anime and video games to look forward to. I guess that everything that's happened today is going to be plugging my mind tonight. I know it's early in the stream, folks, but early pee break. Early pee break. Be right back. Sorry for the delay, boys. I am back. Had to talk to the landlord because apparently our washing machine is busted, so that's fun. Thankfully, I just washed my clothes, so I'm okay. I'm okay. I have enough clothes to last at least 2 weeks, so. I have a lot of shirts. And underwear. That's the most important thing. Pajama pants you can kind of use for a couple days before having to clean them, so. Back to the game. Sorry for the delay once again. Morning already? I groan as I fumble for the alarm clock. Man, I just feel like sinking into the depths of my bed. Is it natural to feel this tired after waking up? What's the time anyway? 10:30 a.m. Holy crap! I've already pretty much missed the first 2 classes. Should I even go to school today or just cut my losses and skip? A fierce battle rages within my mind as I lay there, but after a beat I leap out of bed, beginning to throw on my uniform. I don't even want to go to school, but I strangely feel compelled to stick to my everyday routine. I guess Mom really trained me well. No time to eat breakfast today. To be honest, I'm usually too lazy to cook anything anyway. It's 10:39 a.m. now. I'm making good time. Hang on. It's Saturday. Wait, what? Wait. What? But it was... Did time skip without me knowing? What? But it was just Sunday. Maybe like time passed and I didn't notice, but because we hung out with Sayuri and the tickling bullshit happened on Sunday. Or it was Saturday. It was either Saturday or Sunday, and then we moved to school, and I assumed the festival was on Monday because they talked about it being Monday. Unless this is going to turn out to be a fake out, where it's like, actually, it's not Sunday the whole time. I don't know. I guess I just have to keep going. I guess I just have to keep going. Now that I'm already in bed, I might as well do something productive today. Although I'll have to get changed into my normal clothes first. At least there's no school to get through today. Although unfortunately, the literature club is still feeling the effects of the festival. Thankfully, the awkward atmosphere is only subtle, but even I, a newbie, can see that everyone's been treading on eggshells. I really do hope that things can eventually get back to normal, but at this rate, I could easily see everyone drifting apart. Monica hasn't spoken to me about things yet either. I meant to talk to her about the festival argument the day after, but I just couldn't figure out a way to confront her about it. It's probably just me being too reluctant to bring things up, but I never really found the right time to talk. Okay, so time did pass. Okay. This is just really vague. I should get out of the house for once and stop thinking about these things. It'll be a nice change of pace from staying on my computer all day. Gotta get rid of that pasty pale complexion, haha. At least the weather isn't bad today. It's a regular sunny day. Not too hot, not too cold. It's just me, my bag, and come to think of it, I don't even know where I'm headed to. Maybe I'll just text Sayuri to see how she's doing. Although, she's probably not awake yet anyway. I haven't hung out with her in a while, and it might prove to be a nice surprise for her. Actually, the more I think about it, the more appealing the idea sounds. I mentioned the festival fiasco probably upset her given how much she cares about the club and the other girls. I can't hurt to see if she's okay and take her mind off it. Besides, I can't imagine she really has much going on either. I pick up my phone and shoot her a message. Hey, Sayuri, what's up? No reply. I checked the time, knowing Sayuri, she's probably still sleeping. I suppose anything before noon is considered early for her. Then again, I'm not much better. The only reason I'm up so early on a Saturday is because I thought it was a school day. I chuckled to myself. My parents would definitely be surprised if they learned I was up before midday on a Saturday. Dad used a joke around to call me a nocturnal, like I was a vampire. Thinking about it, given my sleep cycles, he wasn't wrong. Shame I don't have the ability to turn myself into a bat, though. Or super speed. Well, at least the weather's nice. It's early October now, which is the best of both worlds. As in, it's not quite as hot as it was in the summer, and the real bite of winter hasn't kicked in yet. It's fairly warm, with fluffy white clouds accompanying the blue skies. Perching down on a bench, I aimlessly flick through my phone while I await Sarah's reply. Finally, my phone goes off. Hi, Malls! Sorry about the delay, I just woke up. Lol. Called it. Haha, don't worry about it. I just wondered if you wanted to go to the park or something. It's a nice day after all. Sure thing, which one? Well, you'll see. I keep it a surprise. Sounds... D-face. I don't know. Sounds fun. Just give me a few minutes to get ready, okay? Yep, just let me know when you're dressed. I'll meet you outside your house. Alrighty. As I slip my phone back into my pocket, I start to aimlessly plan what we'll get up to. There's a park near our house. When we were children, it was almost like a second home to us. So much time spent exploring. We used to get tons of ice cream at the playground, after working the puppy dog eyes on our parents. In fact, I think it was at that very park where I first met Sayuri. Something about ice cream? I'm not even surprised we met and initially bonded over food. Good times. Bonding over food is the best type of bonding. I feel like I've got the best conversations out of my girlfriend when we're eating. It's just a nice activity to do with other humans. Don't you think? Hello, humans. Would you like to eat? I think so. Another notification. Okay, I'm good. Coming out now. Same outfit as last time. With Sarah in tow, we make our way over. Already I'm reminded of the time we spent last Sunday. Okay, so it hasn't been that long. I'm hoping today is just as enjoyable. Although, last time she got to learn a little more about me, I didn't get to learn much about her. Well, in the time we've been apart, I've got no idea how much... I've got no idea about how she's finding school, what her interests are, her plans for the future, all that stuff. So, I know you said it's meant to be a surprise, but can I get a teeny hint? Should I? Please? After all, it is super early. I check my watch. It's 11:30. Sayuri, it's almost noon. Yeah, super early. I mean, she's not wrong. I suppose you've got a point. Alright. I lean in conspiratorially. This is super top secret. Understood, Agent. If I give you the codename Childhood, where would you think? She scrunches up her face, fiddling with a strand of her hair in her hands. Oh, I know. Is she going to get it on her first try? I'd be mighty impressed. You're not taking me back to elementary school, are you? Well, that hope got shot down. I can't help but sigh. No, worth a try. I'll give you another hint. Do you remember when we first met? It wasn't elementary school, was it? Did you say that? If you say that one more time. Kidding. You're kind of fun to wind up sometimes, you know. Makes a change from you always being a meanie to me. Haha, you love it, really. I'm the only one I can get. I'm the only. Fuck. Oh, fumbling all my lines. It's the only way I can get back at you for all those tricks you used to play on me, you know. Tricks? I don't know what you're talking about. That innocent childlike grin is back on her face. Already, I'm glad I decided to text her instead of going back to sleep. What about that time you told my mom that I threw at that tennis ball so that she could make me give you my candy? Or that time we climbed that tree and got stuck. I told you it'd be too high if you didn't listen. My dad had to get us down. I grin. Although that climb was pretty fun. The view was incredible. See? It wasn't all bad. I know. It was all good-natured. We used to get up to so much mischief. We sure did. Anyway, I think I know where we are going. That was weird to say. Paku Park, right? Ah, so there is something in the head of yours after all, huh? Hey! And so, here we are. Ah, I love this place. Haven't been here in so long. Yeah, me neither. We take a seat on a wooden bench, which affords us a lovely view of the park around here. Children are playing all sorts of ball games as their parents chat amicably. Dogs are running around as their owners laugh and chase them. I smile. Here, Sayuri, I feel at home. I figured it'd do us both some good to take a trip down memory lane, huh? Especially after that fiasco with the festival and everything. Haha, yeah. From the edge of her tone and expression, the festival still looks like it's bothering her. I can't blame her. All the club's members are feeling it. I was hoping by now things would go back to how they used to. Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, the festival was a bit of a failure. But the club is still a nice place for us five, right? Sherry looks ahead, idly poking at a twig with her feet. Yeah, it is. I really wish people weren't so mean. We all practice super hard, too. All that, for nothing. Hey, come on, Sayuri. It's not like you to be so depressing. We shouldn't dwell too much on that anyway. What's done is done, right? Besides, I want today to be a good day. She blinks as a slightly shameful look caresses her across her features. Ah, yeah, you're right. Sorry, Moles. Nah, don't apologize. After all, it was me who brought it up, so I can't really talk. Anyway, I brought you here because I know this place means a lot to you. I was worried you might be upset, so I was hoping this could cheer you up. Aw, Moles, you didn't have to do this. Well, but mostly I just need an excuse to get out of the house. She pokes me in the ribs as I laugh. And besides, spending time with you on Sunday made me realize that we have a lot to catch up on. She giggles, and I guess both of us don't know where to start. It's almost like we've just met and don't know what to say to each other. In a strange way, I guess that is the case to some extent. I guess I'll start. You know, I've always been curious as to why you joined the literature club. I didn't really think poetry was your thing. She leaned forward, resting her chin on her knees. Well, Monica and I are actually in the same class. She's the one who told me about it. In a way, I guess I was kind of like you. Like me? Yeah, as in, I didn't really think much of poetry. It's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't think too much about it. But as I joined, Monica told me more and more about literature. Oh, sorry, excuse me. About how poetry can be a really nice way to express yourself. I loved it. Anyone can write poetry, and that's what I really like. It doesn't matter who you are, what your interests are, or how good you are, there's something for everyone. Interesting. Yuri, Monica, and Suri all appreciate poetry for different reasons. I get the sense that Yuri likes poetry as it gives her an opportunity to express deep, complex stuff. Monica seems to be on a similar wavelength to Yuri, but I think she prefers abstract stuff more. Then again, I guess Yuri also uses a lot of abstract themes in her poems. Who knows? I'm still an amateur. Suri notices my chuckle. What's up? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about how everyone in the club seems to appreciate different things in poetry. What else? Suri has a faraway look in her eyes as she asks her next question. I remember we used to think alike in so many ways. Like, when we used to look at the clouds, we'd say a lot of similar things in the sky. So I wonder, do we still do that? I grin. I'd totally forgotten how much we used to enjoy cloud watching back in the day. Every time I remember something more from our childhood, it brings a smile to my face. Cloud watching perfectly captured that innocent, carefree essence of nostalgia. Ha! I'd totally forgotten about that. We really let our imaginations run wild, didn't we? And the best thing is, it worked. Yeah, clouds are cool like that. Oh, what about that one? She takes my outstretched finger in her hands and points at a specific spot. Ah, yeah, I can see that one now. That one looks like a fish. Aw, it's so small. Look at that one. It kind of looks like a little frog. This is what I love about clouds. They're so, what's the word? Cloudy? Ow. Ow. You really like poking me in the ribs, don't you? I was trying to think of the right word. I think I heard Yuri say it once. Versatile? I think that means that something is... I forgot! Well, it sounds like it fits. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Pretty cool how different people see different things when looking at the exact same thing. Wonder what the other girls would see. Fluffy kittens for Natsuki, and something spooky for Yuri. You really know them well, huh? What do you think Monica would see? A piano? I mean, you can interpret a cloud however you want, right? I'm just thinking of stuff that reminds me of her. Well, I'm happy that you still cloud gaze the same way. Yeah, that makes two of us. I was kind of worried that maybe we, drifted too far apart. So much so that we'd probably be totally different people. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah. By the way, Moles, I've been meaning to ask you. How are you doing in school? Geez, Harry, that's kind of a boring question, don't you think? Don't try and worm into this one, mister. I still worry about you, you know? I don't want you to know. I just want to know if you're doing fine, that's all. Well, there's nothing to worry about. I'm doing just fine. You sound a bit like Mom. I can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult. A mystery we'll take to our graves, eh? Her subsequent pout makes me chuckle. You know, this part of the sprite is fine, the top part, but the legs look a little weird to me. It's almost like they're too small for her body. Or like the body is disproportionate. And I think it's because she's leaning when she pouts, and also it's drawn over another sprite. But it's fine. It's still not as weird as Monica's sprite. If I got you a popsicle, would that make you less pouty with me? You think you can change my mood with food, huh? Depends on the flavor. Mental note to self: if Sayuri's ever annoyed with me, just get her something sweet. Who knows when that information will come in handy later. The more I think about it, perhaps I was wrong to worry we'd have changed so much. After all, I'm pretty much still the same person. 6 or so years isn't that much time, right? It's been 6 years?! That was more time than I initially guessed. I was like 3. I was thinking it would be like 3. That's weird. One thing that hasn't changed much is how much she loves to explore and how much her imagination accommodates that. Forests weren't just forests, they were part of a magical land inhabited by an array of mythical creatures. Beaches weren't just sand and sea, they were a tropical paradise, home to countless childhood memories. Searching for crabs, endlessly splashing in the sea, checking out hidden coves, Surrey could even transform our homes into something they weren't. We used to jump from sofa to sofa, chair to chair, pretending that the floor was lava. The game never got old, and I'm pretty sure every kid on the planet has played that too. You know something, Sayori? She's slightly ahead of me, ducking under a tree branch. We're now in the forest part of the park. I have had a sudden realization as to why your poems are so good. They're not that good. No, seriously. Your imagination has always been super strong. All these games we used to play as children, you were always part of your own little world, and it shows in your poems. I'm glad you picked up on it. Writing poems is half the fun, the other half is showing them to people, especially when they like what you've written. What's your thought process while you write your poems? Like, how do you write them? Well, I just go with my heart. I guess it's kind of tricky to explain. I think it just depends on my mood. Like when I wrote Dear Sunshine, I was in a pretty good mood. More like you were just hungry, given you wrote it while you were eating breakfast. I was in a good mood because I was eating breakfast. Anyway, so with bottles, well, I guess I was thinking about how much I want people to be happy. So that's the answer to your question. It just depends on my mood and what I happen to be thinking about. I wonder how the others do it. Yeah, me too, actually. Well, would be kind of interesting to see how they all approach poetry. Though I think I wouldn't be able to understand how someone like Yuri does it. Her poetry still goes way over my head. Good to know I'm not the only one. Although, what's with your fairy tale poem? What's your thought process behind that one? Oh, that one. There's an immediate shift in the atmosphere. There wasn't really one. I just felt like writing it, I guess. You said you write poems based on what you're thinking or feeling at the time, right? Sorry, what about you, Moles? How do you write yours? I should have known she would still be cagey about that one. Thinking back to her behavior on that Friday, I guess it's to be expected. Just what is it about that poem and her behavior that bothers me so much? Is it because it shows a side to Sayuri that's really new to me, one that I'm not used to? Or because I know there's still something she's been telling me? Moles? Oh, sorry, I was spacing out a bit. Well, I guess I'm similar to you, I suppose. I just pick a bunch of words that best describe what I'm thinking about, and I write a poem based on those. To be honest, I'm not really experienced enough to give you a proper answer. I kinda made it up on the spot. But it works so far, so I'm not complaining. Sayuri pauses, looking around at the copse surrounding us. Copse? She walks up to a large tree and plants herself down in front of it, following suit, resting my back against a sturdy trunk, admiring the soft rays as they penetrate the branches. What you said reminds me of something Monica once told me. Something about if you don't have confidence, just fake it until people believe you do. She turns to face me, a thoughtful expression on her face. Sometimes I wonder if she really is confident, or if it's all just a show. I get the feeling that sometimes you can never tell with people. I blink. That was remarkably insightful for Sayuri. A more reflective mood seems to have fallen upon her. You know, I do really like this game so far, but I feel like it can go in circles a bit. Like, the dude thanked them all for helping him with his loneliness a lot, and like, it's fine. It's just a little repetitive until we get to like new content. I feel like we go in some circles a little bit. I blink. That was remarkably insightful for Sayuri. A more reflective mood seems to have fallen upon her. No idea, to be honest. She seems pretty genuine. I mean, she was like this when I first met her as well, so that would be an awful long time to wear that mask. I wouldn't have expected that sort of question from you, though. Why'd you ask? She smiles mischievously. Sometimes it's nice to surprise people. What do you mean? Well, let me ask you, Moles. If you had to describe me in a few words, which words would you choose? Bubbly and lighthearted and adventurous. I've always seen you as quite kind, you know, given how you're always concerned with how people... Given how you're always concerned with how happy other people are. I guess your most definitive trait is your happiness. Like, you always seem so cheerful, so at ease with the world. I kind of wish I could be like that sometimes. Although, from what I've sort of picked up on, just like everyone else, you still feel down from time to time, right? She looks on ahead, a faraway look on her face. It's not exactly sad, but there's a certain air of what? Wonder? Nostalgia? See? That's what I mean. Everyone picks up on those things you mention, but they'd find me asking this question a bit unlike me, if you get what I'm saying. I guess it's because of how I act in the literature club. Aside from my poetry, I never really talk about deeper things, or things that aren't just aimlessly happy. I guess I just don't want to bother people with that sort of stuff. Bother them? Why would it bother them, Sayuri? Well, maybe bother isn't the right word. Sorry. I've never really been that good at expressing myself in person. It's much easier than doing a poem. It's okay. I've never really been good at it either. A lot of the time I like to think about the past and how things used to be.
I told Natsuki about this. She giggles softly. And Natsuki thinks I live in the past. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, do you?
Nah, if you're happy, what's the issue? It's only natural that you'd want to think about the good times that brought a smile to your face, right? When we first started talking again, I used to look back on all our shared memories from all those years ago. From when we first met and bonded over ice cream, to me meeting Mr. Cow for you, to helping you with your homework. I remember our parents used to say we were pretty much inseparable. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their happy thoughts which kept them going, right? Stored away in bottles, eh? Of course! She smiles contentedly. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you or anything. Bore me? Really, Sarah, you're sounding a bit like Yuri. I haven't seen this side of you before, and I really like it. As much as I enjoy our playful banter, this made for a really nice change of pace. Besides, I really like talking to you.
Thank you, Moles.
I'm worried about, well... Siri, people are always going to enjoy being your friend, even if you're not super chipper all the time. It's okay, seriously, just be yourself, don't hide anything. I'll be here, don't you worry. I reach over and squeeze her hand, smiling reassuringly. Oh yeah, we in boys. We in there. Siri noticeably fidgets, looking rather uneasy about something. What's wrong?
Actually, there is something I could tell you. I don't know if it's a good idea, though.
My heart starts to race, a million questions start whizzing around my head. Is this about Fairy Tale, her behavior on Friday? Some other secret that's coming right out of the blue? Perhaps something else entirely. Sari?
The truth is,
No, anime! No! Anime tropes, why? No! Fuck. The confession, and like it could be a confession of love. Alternatively, it could be a confession of I'm depressed. It doesn't matter. Always has to get interrupted by some bullshit. If disappointment never had a sound, it would sound like a ringing phone. With a groan, I fumble in my pockets, glaring at the offending object, as if it knows it's responsible for ruining such a moment. It's my mother. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. In fact, the last time we spoke was before I joined the literature club. Oh, this hurts. Fuck you, Cat 5, and your Force-sensitive bullshit. I remember when they said that, and it was the dumbest shit. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm really sorry, Sarah. I'm going to have to take this. A strange smile is on her face. She shakes her head.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Look at that mom that has the same generic face as all the custom characters. I'm sorry, but it's true. I've seen at least 3 of these already. Oh, no. I mean, it's not that it's bad. It's just clear that they use the same template. Like, she has the fucking same face as the teacher man from before. Hey, Mom. Haven't spoken to you in a while. Hope you've been good. I don't even know what to do for a mom voice.
Moles, sorry it's been so long. Work has been so hectic over the past few weeks.
And here I was, thinking you'd forgotten about me.
Don't be silly, I always worry about you.
You know, Mom, it was just a joke.
You and your sarcasm, you must have gotten that from your father. How have you been, anyway? Are you eating well, exercising daily, drinking lots of water?
Whoa. Slow down. I've been doing just fine. I've actually joined a club.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. What kind of club is it?
Literature, funnily enough. Poems and stuff. Suri told me about it, as she's the vice president.
I hope you stick with it.
Yeah, I don't think the girls would forgive me if I left. Girls, she said. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone, quickly. Anyways, now it's not a really great time. So I'm just hanging out with Sarah, at a park. You used us to take us to.
Oh, you're Sarah? How's she doing?
You've been catching up. She's not changed much. Anyway, can I call you back? Kind of cutting her off right now.
Of course. Have the evening off, so we can talk later, okay?
Sure thing. Before you go, you are remembering to eat, right? I roll my eyes before realizing she can't see that. Yes, Mom. Of course, remember to eat. What am I? Going on a fast or something? Or do you think I'm 5? I can see Sarah giggling out of the corner of my eye. If I were you, I'd be more concerned about Sarah. Lazy girl can't even get out of bed. I grin as I see her laugh turn into a childish frown. Oh, stop teasing her, Moles. You're so mean to her sometimes. Geez, you sound like her. Anyway, I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay? Love you. Love you too. Bye. I tuck my phone away and turn back to Sayuri. Well, the moment's already ruined. Like, I don't think you can go back to that. I mean, as someone who has actually legitimately had a confession interrupted, it crushes you. It's like, you can't go back. You can't start again. You have to wait. You have to wait for another time. It's ruined. It's ruined. I will be very surprised if this scene ends and there's a confession of any sort. Sorry about that. Had no idea she'd call. It's okay. You haven't spoken to her in a while, so it was nice to hear you two talking again.
Anyway, what were you saying? You want to tell me something. Sayori isn't sitting down by the tree anymore. She's standing up and looks ready to go. Oh, don't worry about that. It was nothing important. You sure? It seemed kind of serious. It's okay. I was kind of hungry anyway. Can we stop by a cafe on the way home? You literally just had a popsicle. Oh, you know what they say. And what would that be? The fridge is a clear example that what matters is on the inside. I stare at her. What does that even have to do with anything? It's about food? You know what? Let's just go and get whatever you want. We'll be here for a while if I try to understand what goes on in Sayori's head. One tasty lunchtime meal later, Sayori's appetite is finally sated. It's getting to the late afternoon at this point. Hey Sayori, not that I didn't enjoy today, but I think I'm gonna have to call it here. There's a mountain of homework I haven't started that's due on Monday, and I don't think Sakurai is gonna be happy with me if it's late. Her face still traces of chocolate all over it. She hastily attempts to wipe it off. Oh, that's okay. Probably should do the same. We've reached my house. Okay, well, I'll see you on Monday then. Have a good one. She waves cheerfully. Bye, Malls! Thanks again for today. No worries. Sorry I ruined it with a phone call. You didn't? It's okay. I wish I could spend the rest of my day with her, but unfortunately, my procrastination has caught up with me. What a fun evening this will be. I mean, hey, if you're having, like, the feelings of I wish I'm spending literally all my time with this person, maybe you should do a little self-introspection about why you feel... New act, baby! We beat Act 1! We did it! No one died! That's an accomplishment with this game. No one dying is a fucking accomplishment. And on that note... Ooh! A new text box! That's fancy! I'm impressed by the simplest shit. On that note, I have to pee again. Be right back, boys. This is what happens when you drink a lot of water to stay hydrated in the heat. We're back. We're back, folks. New act. I'm gonna assume there's 3 acts. And if they're all as long as that first one, this is gonna take a couple streams to get through. This is gonna be a longer thing than I anticipated, which is fine because I'm enjoying it. As the sound of my alarm makes its unwelcome presence in my bedroom, I can't help but wonder, do I even need an education? I could totally just become a video game streamer. Reluctantly, I sit up and stretch. I just hope I don't run into any of those pricks who ruined our festival. Not to mention, I hope they aren't giving any of the club members any flack, especially Sayori. At least Sakurai is cool. Surprisingly, Sayori is already here by the time I arrive. Good morning! I give her a mockingly suspicious look. You know, for someone who sleeps in a lot, you sure are chipper in the mornings. Hey, am I not allowed to be happy? Of course you are, Sayori. Ready for another super exciting and totally not boring day at school? Sometimes I get the impression that this game is doing weird things to my monitor because the background seems to flicker a bit. It's very, very, very subtle. It's probably nothing. Probably just imagining it. Ready as I'll ever be. How about you? Could be worse, I guess. I'm enjoying history a lot, actually. Sakurai's a really good teacher. Oh yeah, I remember you saying. We're pretty lucky to have him, aren't we? Definitely. I don't think anyone could top Makoto last year, but Sakurai has somehow managed to pull that off. I guess it helps that history is a decent subject. I've always preferred these kinds of subjects myself. What do you mean? You know, Japanese, history, anything that isn't math or physics. So not much of a science kind of girl, eh? Nope. Didn't think so. You're always better than me when it came to the more creative subjects, though. Looking back, when we helped each other out with our homework, I guess we've covered each other's weaknesses, huh? We sure did. I remember we used to doodle on each other's work, too. You even handed in the science homework once, and you didn't even realize you'd drawn a bunch of animals all over it. Sakurai laughs, just as the school comes into sight. Her giggles, coupled with the sudden remembrance of that silly memory, causes a warm feeling to wash over me. I'd totally forgotten about that. My science teacher, on the other hand, well, let's just say he didn't expect a bunch of cats, rabbits, and dogs to be on that homework sheet. Well, we were learning about evolution, so I guess your drawing all those animals was fitting, right? Of course! It totally wasn't me just getting my revenge from you pulling that the planets prank. Oh, that was something I'll never forget. Haha, you mean the Uranus joke. The fact that Sayori can't help but giggle when she hears the name is testimony that she's truly a child at heart. Yes! I grin at her, although she initially tries to pout. She can never hold an angry face, even when she's joking. But when we were first learning about the solar system, I heard about what was so funny about Uranus from a classmate of mine. Sayori, being blissfully ignorant at the time, asked me what was so funny about the planet's name. I told her to ask her mother how Uranus was looking. And she actually did. Distinctly, I can't remember being in utter hysterics when her mother was both parts confused and stern with her daughter for apparently asking such a rude question. Definitely one of my little personal victories. Come on, you have to admit we got each other good. Anyway, I'll catch you at lunchtime. See ya. Bye! As I make my way over to the... Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's just the game. It's just the game that's flickering. It's not like my monitor as a whole. It's definitely very subtle. As I make my way over to our classroom, the typical school scene greets me. Students of varying ages making their way to whatever they need to be, no doubt bracing themselves for the drag that is Monday morning. The sounds of chattering and laughter fill the atmosphere as I spot a few familiar faces. Occasionally, a teacher admonishes a laggy student, no doubt reminding them not to be late for homeroom. Outside my classroom, I peer through the window. There's a few of my classmates there already. Sakurai himself looks like he's only just arrived. Ah, Mulls. Good morning. How was your weekend? Morning, sir. Not bad, not bad. Haven't woken up that early on a Saturday for a while, so I figured I'd make the most of it. Would you believe me if I told you I spent enjoying the outside and getting... Would you believe me if I told you I spent it enjoying the outdoors and getting homework done? There's a mischievous twinkle in Sakurai's eyes as he answers. Why, Mulls, of course I would. After all, given your impeccable history with handing in homework on time, I'd be hard-pressed not to. On the topic of handing in homework on time, one of my classmates noticeably fidgets. I'm willing to bet he hasn't done last week's assignment. Granted, there may have been 1 or 2 times where I was guilty of the very same thing. At least Sakurai is fairly relaxed about missing the odd deadline. I check the clock hanging on the wall. It's almost time to start, and a few last-minute stragglers hurriedly make their way in. Most people are here at this point. Sakurai is sitting by his desk, a pan between his fingers and a thoughtful look on his face. Emmy hurriedly makes her way past the door and into her seat next to me. Kind of ironic how she's on the track team, yet still the last one in when Sakurai picks up on. Ah, Emmy. I was wondering when we were going to get more of these characters. He leans back in his chair, and Emmy looks up at him with an innocent face as she can muster. Yes, sir. How is it that a member of the school's track team is the slowest one to arrive? Light chuckles fill the room. Sakurai's manner with his students is always amusing to witnesses. Well, I'm not technically late, am I? She does have a point, sir. See, even the class rep is on my side. Why did I decide to fucking read and voice act a game that was 80% women? Come on, Shiori, what happened to respecting authority? I'm not the one who makes the rules, sir. As if on cue, the bell rings a moment after Emmy slips into her seat. Cutting it pretty close. Now that everyone's here, let's get started. Now, believe me when I say that the First World War is one of the most interesting things you'll ever study in school, although your science teachers may beg to differ. So, a conflict involving nations from all across the world, continent to continent, with soldiers as well as civilians involved in the fighting, has truly changed the geopolitical climate for many of the combatants involved. As he talks, his trademark enthusiasm shines through. It's almost like he was born to be a teacher. Now, can anyone tell me the year it started? Bonus points if you can explain how it began. And before anyone asks, no, bonus points does not mean exemption from homework for a week. I can't help but smile to myself after realizing the mixture of groans and laughs from the class. Maybe Monday morning won't be so boring after all. The rest of the lessons pass by fairly quickly, and before I know it, it's lunchtime. You're looking a bit livelier. Sakurai has that effect on us. We're also learning about the First World War, which is pretty interesting. You're right, it is. Although it's so sad to think about all those soldiers who died, in such horrible ways, too. For sure, they were hoping it would be a war to end all wars. Well, that didn't fucking happen. 20 years later, they were at it again. Anyway, how about was your morning? What subject did you have? Physics? In the morning! Moles, that's so unfair! We should have a subject I enjoy on Monday morning. Sleeping isn't a subject, though. Hey! I like Japanese too, you know. Japanese, history, even stuff like English. The subjects where I can express myself a bit more. You know, given how you're in the literature club, it all makes sense now. As in, why you prefer subjects like Japanese. More creative subjects where you write poems, stories, that sort of thing. Yeah! Plus, I don't think I'll ever need to work out the area of a triangle in real life. Well, I really hope not. Whereas stuff like we learn about in Japanese helps with writing poems, although I don't think the teacher was happy when she found me trying to write a poem in her class. But it's not my fault, right? She looks at me with puppy dog eyes, and in the moment it hits me just how adorable Sayuri can be. With those big blue eyes, it's impossible to say no to her. Wait a minute, where's this coming from? Huh? Yeah, no, definitely not your fault. Anyway, what's that you've got? I motion to the food in front of her. It's fairly obvious that she's eating, but I need a quick change of topic to whatever it was that just came out of me. Eh? You mean this? It's a cinnamon bun. Oh, fuck. Cinnamon buns are so good. Whoa, is this Doki Doki 2? Kind of. It's kind of Doki Doki 2. This, to my good viewer, Matthew Draper 2, make sure to hit me with a like and a follow. This, my good man, is Doki Doki Blue Skies, which is a fan mod that had been in development since the original game came out. I literally didn't know about it until they tweeted about it and said it was out, and I was like, I really enjoyed streaming the first one, so I'm going to stream the second one, and it's been great so far. It's been great. It's been really fun. There's some small complaints I could have, like sometimes the writing repeats itself a bit too much, but I've been having a lot of fun doing this. I'm definitely going to play through the whole thing. I'm going to upload the VODs to YouTube, and they're up on Twitch. But yeah, no, this is great. This is great. It's kind of like a sequel. Because you missed it, the beginning of the game kind of starts with Monica talking to you, and then things reset. It seems to be that it's playing Doki Doki as if there was no reality warping shenanigans, but all the characters still have their flaws. So Sayuri's still depressed. Natsuki still has abuse issues. I think there's been very little hints about that compared to everybody else. Monica still seems to have some sort of self-awareness, and Yuri still does the knife stuff and is nervous. So yeah, but I've been focusing on Sayuri for the most part because I like her. I'll probably play the game again to get the other characters because you can skip through dialogue you've already read, and who knows, maybe something really fucked will happen. But yeah. Oh god, these are hard to do. Delicious. Sayuri, I couldn't get a word of that, but I'm guessing you're enjoying it. She loudly gulps down the sugary delight. Sorry. Yeah, it's so yummy. Do you want some? Can't hurt. As she tears off a piece and reaches forward, I'm struck by how soft and warm her hands are. Oh god. We're going so hard. Like, the protagonist is going so hard, and I don't even think the protagonist realizes how hard he's going. It's only a brief moment of contact, but it's enough to ignite that weird warm feeling within. Snap out of it! I pop it into my mouth and savor the sweet taste filling my taste buds. Remind me to get some of my own. I'm planning on tactfully snacking on these during class this afternoon. That's one way of getting me through a boring school day. Well, if it works, it works. Just like that, the alarm rings, signifying the end of lunch break. Back to it, I guess. Waving goodbye to Sayuri, we make our respective ways back to our classrooms. Also, Emmy from Katawa Shoujo just happens to be in this, but she has legs, I think, because no one said she had fake legs. It's very strange. She's so clearly the same person. She's on the fucking track and field team. And there's some other original characters as well, but we've only seen them for a little bit. Another day, another lesson. Thankfully, it's Friday, meaning the tempting allure of the weekend beckons. Man, we are just flying through time. I want to write the poems again. Writing the poems was fun. Just one more day to sit through. As Sakurai explains the origins of the war, my mind can't help but drift away. Who was it that decided we should have 5 working days but only 2 days off? Man, that seems mighty unfair if you ask me. I mean, if this were accurate to Japan, you'd be going to school on Saturday too, you bastard. So fucking relax. A 4-day week and a 3-day weekend sounds much better. I know Sayuri would definitely agree. Probably not Monica, though, given how hard she works. Speaking of Sayuri, I wonder what she's up to. I noticed that she's been on my mind a lot more than usual. Even when I was at home, I was playing video games in an effort to procrastinate on my homework. Knowing her, she's probably doodling instead of paying attention. Then again, I'm daydreaming myself. I guess shorter attention spans are something we both suffer from. I'm a little on the warm side. It's a little on the warm side in here anyway, and Sakurai wouldn't mind too much if I spaced out, right? Spending more time with Sayuri recently has made me think. Ooh, flashback time. We're in a flashback. In the original Doki Doki, I don't remember there being much of a backstory for the protagonist, but here, we got his parents divorced, and he lives alone. They're definitely going a bit more in depth, which I appreciate. Hey, Moles, don't run too far ahead. Sorry, Daddy, I just want to play. Such a ball of energy, aren't you? Don't worry, your dad and I will keep an eye on you. Oh, and here's some money. Buy something from the ice cream truck. Would you like us to come with you? No, it's okay. I'm a big boy now, remember? Of course, darling. How could we ever forget? Dad grins as he reaches out to affectionately ruffle my hair. Of course you are, son. Now go out there and have fun. I barely hear him as I take off, bound towards the ice cream truck. As I'm lining up, my mind runs crazy at the thought of all the different flavors and choices. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Out of the basic flavors, strawberry is definitely my go-to. I like the complex flavors like the chocolate and the peanut butter and stuff in it, but strawberry is definitely my favorite of like the basic flavors because chocolate's a bit strong, and vanilla is like it's pretty plain. It's vanilla. I don't know what flavor of ice cream do you guys go for? It's great. The line shuffles forward and I dig into my pockets and bring out the money. They give me more than I need for the ice cream. Awesome! That means I can get more than one. I quickly look around me, trying to spot my parents. They're sitting on a bench chatting away. They won't notice. Aw yeah, this is the best day ever. Huh? Who's this? That's cute. Standing to the left of me is a young girl. She's looking sadly at the ice cream truck in front of me. Why is she looking sad though? All the other kids are happy. She should be happy. There's ice cream right here. Hey! The girl jumps a little. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. She turns to look at me, giving me a wide smile. Huh? Wasn't she sad a minute ago? It's okay. I'm Sayuri. Hi Sayuri. I'm Mulse. I saw you looking sad. Do you want some ice cream? That makes me happy when I'm feeling sad. Ice cream? For me? You'd buy that for me? Sure. My mama gave me too much money anyway. I would have gotten 2 ice creams for myself, but you look sad. I don't like seeing friends sad. Sayuri looks at the floor. She looks kind of shy. Are you sure? Yeah. Now come on. Which one do you want? Oh, thank you. The one with the long name. The cinnamon? Yeah. Okay. I hand it over to her, taking mine from the ice cream man. Thanks again. That's okay. Do you want to be friends? Her eyes light up and she shows me a bright smile. Okay. Do you want to go by the swings? I'll race you there. Hey, no fair. You didn't say when to start. Thanks for being my friend, Moles. I'm new here and I don't have any other friends. No problem. You're really cool. It's nice to meet a new friend. Ah, there you are. Hi, Mommy. Ah, I see you made a new friend. Who might you be? That's Moles. He got me cinnamon. Ah, did he now? She was looking really sad. I thought it would cheer her up. That's very nice of you, Moles. Sorry, do you mind explaining to Moles why you didn't have money for the popsicle in the first place? Do I have to? Come on. Okay. I was being a bit naughty earlier. Mommy told me to eat all the candy, not to eat all the candy before dinner yesterday, but I just couldn't help it. So she said I wasn't allowed to get a popsicle today. Indeed. So she was being punished for it. Oh no, is she angry at me? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know she was in trouble. Although I'm glad you made a new friend, Sayuri. Huh? She laughed softly. Man, Sayuri looks really like her. Ugh, keep getting tongue-tied today. This is like worse than it was yesterday. I generally don't like strawberry too much of a good thing. Kind of like... See, I find chocolate to be too much of a good thing. Like, people are like, oh man, triple chocolate cake or whatever. I'm like, that's too much chocolate. I like a chocolate cake with vanilla icing, or vice versa, is way more appealing to me than just a raw vanilla cake. But my favorite cake is red velvet cake. I love red velvet cake. With the cream cheese frosting, fucking fantastic. Don't you worry, Malls. You were very kind. And it already looks like you two are great friends already. It's okay. Phew. Malls. Whoa. The sudden jolt of reality, I realize I'm back in the present. Given the way Sakurai is looking at me, he's clearly noticed me dozing off. Whoops. I'm going to assume you fell asleep because you stayed up late doing some reading about the war. Yes, sir, of course. Excellent. Then you'll be able to answer this next question without any difficulty. I hate when teachers did this. They would do it all the time. They would be like, aha, I see you not paying attention. Now answer this question, fucker. And it's like, I get it. I totally get why they do it, because I would totally do the same thing. But at the receiving end, ooh, it was the worst. Yeah, he got me in a trap there. Let's hope it's not too unreasonable. Hugh explained to me how Great Britain got involved in the war. Okay, this one I actually know. I vaguely remember Sakurai talking about this yesterday. Luckily, I'm able to answer his question satisfactorily. After what feels like an eternity, a wry smile appears on his face. That late-night study session really paid off, it seems. He shoots me a knowing smile. I weakly grin back. That was close. Luckily, by the time I woke up, most of the class had already passed. Just how long was I out for? Anyway, as the bell is about to ring, I figured I should finish my lesson before it rings for once. Even though I'm confident that you would rather learn about the intricacies of the war before going to lunch. As if by a stroke of fate, Sakurai's stomach rumbles. He really rubs his face and laughs dejectedly. Well, if that isn't an example of a deus ex machina, I don't know what is. A smattering of laughter fills the room. Class dismissed, everyone. Everyone begins packing away their things and heading for the door, no doubt eager to refuel after their morning session. Moles, a word if you will. Ah, damn. Fuck. Why do I get the feeling this is to do with me falling asleep? As the last student files out, I gingerly approach Sakurai's desk, a hint of resignation in my gait. Don't worry, there's no need to look so worried. You're in no trouble for anything like that. You had me scared, sir. I think every student dreads hearing those words. Can we have a word? Or, can you see me after class? If there's any consultation, Moles, you'll still fear those words even after graduation. Oh? Mischief at university, sir? Now, that would be telling. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I just wanted to know how you were getting on in class. With the course, that is. Oh, well, I think it's going pretty well, I'd say. History is one of my favorite subjects, and World War I is an interesting topic. Plus, your teaching style fits me really well. And I'm, sorry for falling asleep in class. I know I was a little disrespectful. I've, had a late night. There's a knowing look on Sakurai's face as he dismissively waves away my apology. Not to worry, Moles. I know high school can be a trying period, especially when you have a lot going on. Besides, you answered my question correctly, so it's fair to assume you at least have some idea of what I'm talking about. I can't help but grin at him. With the friendly, understanding aura he emanates, something you can't forget. Sometimes you can forget he's a teacher. Yeah, man. Fucking double chocolate. Even double chocolate's a bit rough. I don't mind, like, a chocolate bar, like a pure chocolate bar, but, like, in a cake or ice cream, it's... No. I'd rather do strawberry, especially like a strawberry milkshake. But normally, if I'm going for like ice cream, I'll do like cookies and cream. Cookies and cream, or cookie dough, or the one with like kind of like Reese's Pieces in it, or Rolo, like caramel. That's all good stuff too. But usually cookies and cream. Although if you could try and refrain from falling asleep again, that would be much appreciated. Though his tone remains light and friendly, there's an edge of sternness in his voice. I guess it must be pretty disheartening as a teacher if one of your students falls asleep in your class. Oh yeah, of course. Won't happen again, sir. Good. Well, I just want to check up on you. You're doing well, so I'm satisfied. Do let me know if that changes. I'd be happy to assist you when I can. No, I shouldn't be denying your well-earned lunch break. Thanks, have a good one too, sir. With a nod, he dismisses me and returns to his desk. As I make my way to the courtyard, I notice Yuri sitting by herself, lost in a book. As I approach her, I pause. Should I ask her to join me? She does look a little lonely, and we're still friends, right? Can I save? I can. I'd rather have lunch with Sayuri. I'm going to not. Nah, I probably shouldn't. Besides, Yuri strikes me as the kind who enjoys her own company. With the decision I made, I make my way outside. Man, I'm glad Sakurai's so understanding. Why? Well, you fell asleep in class, didn't you? Yeah. Moles, that's bad. What did I tell you about that? If it makes you feel any better, I had a daydream about you. That's... Oh yeah, I dreamt about you. It's such a strong thing to say. I don't think you think about the things you say very often. I don't think you necessarily think that thing. You gotta think about what you're saying here more, man. Well, that's way to stop an oncoming lecture. Me? Really? As I scratch the back of my neck nervously, the familiar weird feeling starts to rise. What is this warm sensation? Why does it always pop up when I'm alone with Sayuri? Yeah, I was thinking about when we first met. Aw, I bet that was cute. Looking back, you were so adorable. Was I? I don't know. I thought I was just doing what anyone would do, right? No, silly. You really wanted that second ice cream, but you chose to give it to me instead. Because I looked sad, and you wanted to cheer me up. Even though you didn't even know me, you still went out of your way for me. And that's something I always liked about you. What, buying you food? No, you're always so thoughtful. It was even that first thing you did for me. Even though you really shouldn't have. She smiles up at me, with a look on her eyes that I've never seen before. Man, she really does have beautiful eyes, doesn't she? A deep blue that I could get lost in. What am I saying? Where is this coming from? And there I was, thinking that math was confusing. The sudden silence that's befallen us is strong, almost like a blanket, drowning out all the other conversations. Okay, I gotta stop for a second. Is our protagonist an idiot? Like, I know high school and, like, first romantic feelings can be weird and confusing, but are you dumb? Are you dumb that you can't tell what's going on here between the both of you? It'd be one thing. It would be one thing if he knew and he's like, oh, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin our friendship. That's normal. That'd be understandable. But no, he's like, oh, what could this warm feeling be? What could it be? I don't know how to break it. Lucky Sarah spares me. Anyway, I'm glad it's Friday today. Having 5 days of school and only 2 days of the weekend is so unfair. Hell, wasn't I thinking the exact same thing earlier? I can't quite remember, but I'm still trying to shake this weird feeling. Yeah, I'm with you there. We have a meeting with the literature club today, too. Oh yeah, Monica texted me to let you know we'll be talking about what to do for Halloween. Halloween? We're getting spooky, huh? We sure are. I can't wait to tell you guys what we've got planned. Oh boy. It's time for the dreaded Halloween scene that is an option for some reason. It's still so confusing, but we're not going to skip it. What is it with the early time bells ringing today? Guess we'll find out. See you at the club, Sayuri. See ya! As I open the door, a familiar sight of the girls greets me. Although Monica is missing, it's a little unlike her to be late, isn't it? Then again, she was tardy that one time during my first week at the club. Hey everyone! Hey! Hi! The girls have pushed a few desks together and are sitting in a row, with Sayuri on the left and Yuri in the middle, and Suki on the right. I rarely flop next to Sayuri. Hello, Moles. How are your last few classes? About as fun as the last few classes on a Friday could ever be. Well, school can be a wonderful place to learn new things. I'll admit that a weekend break is always appreciated. It's nice to have a break. For sure. By the way, does anyone know where Monica is? We were just talking about that. She was here when we met up. She was the one who set up this meeting, yet she's late for it. She rolls her eyes. I bet she's playing the piano, or coming back from tennis, whatever her latest hobby is. She says that the door opens and Monica comes bursting in with an apologetic look on her face. Sorry. I'll keep this one brief, don't worry. Sitting up at the desk in front of us, she pulls out her laptop and fires it up. It's a silence as the machine roars to life, along with a slight anticipation. Fortunately, there's still a trace of tension in the air, undoubtedly stemming from everyone's memory of the festival. It's not particularly prominent, the club still has a laid-back, cozy aura, but there's just enough to serve as an uncomfortable reminder. I guess I was naive to think something so serious would get brushed over so soon, especially that argument between Natsuki and Monica. Nonetheless, Monica, with all her charms as the confident leader, is quick to move things along. Okay, everyone, so, as you guys know, Halloween is coming up. Suri and I were talking. How does a Halloween party sound? A Halloween party? Didn't think you were much of a party girl, Monica. No, not that kind of party. I mean, if we held a little event here in the school. Yeah, we could share scary stories, dress up, that sort of thing. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've been on a weird Shrek reference kick lately. Sorry, I got distracted. morning. Oh my god. Yeah, that sort of thing. Sayori gave me the idea. We could all write horror-themed poems in the spirit of Halloween. As expected, Yuri's eyes light up. Natsuki, on the other hand, doesn't quite look as convinced. Scary poems? Meh, it's not really my kind of thing. Well, see it as an opportunity to try something new and grow as a poet. It would definitely be interesting to see what you all come up with. See, that's the attitude to have, guys. Plus, it's been a while since I've done anything for Halloween. I was initially against it at first, but Sayori can be really persuasive, and I think I should be able to find some time for it. So, what do you guys think? A Halloween event, huh? Much like Monica, it's also been a long time since I've done anything for this festivity. Most of my Halloween memories come from the pranks Sayori and I would pull on each other back when we were children. Although a distant memory, I'd be lying if I said they weren't fun. Yeah, sounds cool to me. I'm in. Although we've got to tell ghost stories, too. You know, go all out. I think that's a wonderful idea. Psh, of course you would, Yuri. Yeah, okay. I get to scare the crap out of you with my scary stories. I'm down. Yay! It'll be fun, guys! I just have one question, though. You said we'd hold the event here, in the school. Assuming we do it while it's dark, wouldn't the school be closed? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Unless we did it at one of our houses. I don't think we'd have the room, though. Unless you planned on, breaking into the school after hours. Well, the moment of silence along with Sayori's tone of voice is incredibly telling. No way. You honestly let Sayori talk you into that, Monica? Eventually, I told Sayori I was fine with it, but I'm still on the fence about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, could we host a party at one of your places? Natsuki? No. It's a pretty cool idea to break into the school. Gotta have that rebellious teenage spirit. But what if we get caught? We'd get in so much trouble. Sorry, Yuri, but I'm with Natsuki here. Won't the thrill of potentially being caught add to the atmosphere? Besides, it'll probably be pretty creepy in here, at night when everyone's gone home. Perfect place for this sort of event. See? I told you, Monica. Well, I was just surprised at how willing you were to break some major rules, Sayori. I always thought of you as the student who wouldn't go looking for trouble. Well, once or twice won't hurt anything. Ha! Don't let that innocent exterior fool you, Monica. Sayori can be ever so sly when she wants to be. She's got a hidden dark side, you know. Hey! Don't overdo it! Ha ha ha, break it up, you two. Well, now that that's been settled, we can sort out some decorations for the room. Malls, please, can we carve some pumpkins? I sigh. As long as you don't accidentally drop one on my foot again. I'll try! Well, that's you two sorted. How about you, Natsuki? I guess at this point, considering we're in Act 2, what would your reaction be if Michael Jackson Billie Jean video were at Doki Doki Blue Skies? From the Billie Jean. It's been a long time since I watched. It's been a long time since I watched Billie Jean specifically, but I don't know. Like a weird out of place character that's referencing something almost seems like it would fit. I would be really surprised, but I don't even know if I would be that bothered by it in terms of like a weird out of place character just showing up randomly. But it's been a long time since I watched Billie Jean. I went on a weird Michael Jackson kick like a year and a half ago and watched a bunch of videos. But since then, I haven't. I have to go back and watch it. But I don't even think it'd be that weird and out of place considering everything else that happens in this game. I turn the music down just a pinch. I could bake some cupcakes or some cookies. Put some Halloween stuff on them like spiders or whatever. They'd be awesome. And you can bet they taste as good as they look. Yeah! You're the best, Natsuki! Geez, all it takes to mention of cupcakes, doesn't it? They're so good, though. Well, I am the best. And how about you, Yuri? Based on what you contribute to the festival, am I right in assuming some sort of contribution towards the ambience or atmosphere? You know, I guess now that we're in Act 2, is what I was going to say. Was that... Sorry. What I was going to say is that I feel like we're locked in to Sayori at this point. But we'll see. We'll see what the other options are. Yuri closes her eyes, clearly in thought. I've come to appreciate how Yuri is someone who really thinks before she speaks. Yes, I think something like that would be ideal. I'll let you know the finer details once I've settled on something, if that's all right. Of course! Well then, on that note, I think that's everything. She finishes typing and puts the laptop lid down. Wait! We should all dress up, too, as in Halloween costumes. Yep. Bit odd for that, aren't we? Come on! We used to have a lot of fun doing it when we were kids, so let's do it again. She has a point there. I guess it could be quite amusing to see what we would come up with. Is the reason the Halloween event is skippable is because they're going to get really sexy? I guess we'll find out. She does have a point there. I guess it would be quite amusing to see what she'd come up with, as usual. Would I be able to come in as anything?
Gotta take a drink, boys.
As long as it's to do with Halloween, sure. Well, I don't really know if I'll have the time. Upon seeing Sayori's face drop, she has to speak up once more. But I'll do my best. Yeah, me too. Looks like I'll have to get creative as well. Though at the moment, the only thing I can do now is go home and relax. Standing up, I stretch and yawn, looking at the clock. Anyway, I'll call the club meeting here. No poems today, but I'm sure your Halloween poems will make up for that. There's a general murmur of agreement as the girls stand up and pack away. Ready to go, Sayori? Okie dokie! Any plans for the weekend? Well, we've got to get our Halloween stuff sorted, remember? So let's head to town and get the pumpkins and things ready. Seeing as you're lazy, I'll let you sleep in and pick you up at your house instead of us meeting at 9. Hey! It's not like I can help it, you know. Anyway, let's meet at noon, okay? Sounds good, see you then. As she turns around and heads inside, I can almost feel my own home beckoning. It's that wonderful weekend feeling. I like these transitions, they're cute. That was perhaps the most satisfying night's sleep I've had in a while. What time is it? Wow, it's 10:30? For me, that's super early. This is the second Saturday in a row I've woken up before noon. Am I slowly shredding my vampiric traits? As I draw the curtains and feel the sunshine flowing through the glass, I can't help but feel really content. In fact, ever since joining the literature club, even in spite of the festival, my mood's generally been so much better than usual. Perhaps it's due to what I've told the girls before we started our recitals. It's just nice to have people my own age to hang out with. But what if that's something more than that? Sayori. Even thinking about her brings that warm feeling back, although not as strongly. Could it be? Am I really starting to like her in that way? Fuck! Yes! Oh, finally! As if I interrupted my brain, my stomach grumbles. Guess I'll have to use this over breakfast. What do I feel like having today? Cereal, toast, fried eggs, sausage, and bacon? I'm doing breakfast for dinner today. I'm gonna do bacon and scrambled eggs and hash browns, homemade. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. But I gotta play this game for a bit longer. I want the stream to hit 2 hours. We're at about an hour and 40 minutes now. I like to keep it clean like that, so it's easier to upload the VODs. Cereal, toast, fried egg, sausage, bacon, so much choice. I think egg, sausage, and bacon will do for now. Really? You're doing both meats? That's gonna fuck up your heart, dude. Much better. I can see why Sayori mentioned breakfast in her first poem. There I go again, always thinking about her. If I were to be honest, as much as I enjoy all of the girls' company, I'd be lying if I said I'd be as excited if I were to spend today with any other girl. Maybe it's because of the history we share, or because Natsuki is a little too cold for my taste, and Yuri's a little too quiet. I don't know. Since day one, I've always been comfortable talking to Sayori, and that's never changed. I swear I read somewhere that if you go years without talking to a friend, then when you do, you finally reconnect. If you're able to get along like nothing ever happened, then it's a sign of true friendship. Or I'm just looking into this too much. Feelings. And there was me thinking that the stuff we do in math class is hard to get your head around. One thing that never changes is Sayori's inability to get up on time. 5 minutes pass and I grow impatient. Fishing out my phone, I shoot her a text. It's noon, you lazy girl. What if we've got pumpkins to carve, remember? Minutes tick by without a response. Sayori? At this rate, I'd probably have more of a two-way conversation with a mime. Man, how creepy must I look, just aimlessly standing outside her house? With a sigh, I open the gate and head in. Here we go! We're really gonna have to work on her sleeping patterns. I always knew she could be a little lazy, but this is getting annoying. Sayori? It's me. Sorry, I didn't want to wait outside. Are you, dressed? With straight exteriors, I faintly pick up the sound of her voice. She's not replying to me, though. It sounds like she's talking to herself. I can't quite pick up what she's saying from this distance. Probably sleep-talking, and knowing her, sleep-talking about food. I'm nearing the end of my patience. Okay, this is your last chance. If you're getting changed or anything, you can't be mad at me. Her room is a mess. Okay, not dead, but sad music. Sayori herself is tucked away in a mess of pillows, blankets, and a duvet that forms her bed. There's a swath of hair that's fallen onto her mouth, and she's drooling slightly. She's curled up into a ball, and her arms hugging herself. It's a strangely adorable sight, but I feel bad having to wake her. As I draw close, I can finally make out what she's saying, and to my dismay, it's nothing wholesome at all. It sounds like she's softly whispering to herself, and I can spot glistening wet trails down her cheeks. Seeing Sayori cry is a sight I wish I'd never have to see. Can't help it. What's she talking about? Sorry, I'm so useless, but really trying for everyone. She flips over restlessly, a sob accompanying the movement. But it's so hard. So tiring. Don't want to. Don't want to do anymore. No. Please. Someone. Anyone. I know. Selfish. Sayuri? My head turned slightly, almost as if she'd heard me. Her eyes remained shut, so it's impossible to tell if she's awake. Sayuri, it's me. Moles. It's okay. I'm here. No, I don't want to go. It didn't work last time. They said it would work. Fresh sobs fill the room as she cries harder. Her voice breaks completely as tears drip down her face. I feel like this is a bit of an invasion of privacy, dude. Maybe you should leave and just come back later. At this point, I've had enough. A strong protective instinct within me demands me that I reach out and gently grasp one of her hands with mine. With her hand in mine, I gently wait her. Sayuri, Moles. And with that final mysterious utterance, her eyes flutter open, with panic momentarily flashing around them. When she sees me, she visibly relaxes and straight sits up. Oh, hi, Moles. She hastily turns away and tries to discreetly wipe her face. I'm still trying to process what I've just witnessed. Sayuri, are you okay? I think you were having a nightmare. Oh, was I? I don't remember anything like that. I was literally right there, listening to you cry. Of course you had a nightmare. You said some really concerning stuff. She anxiously bites her lips. She replies, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worried. She really needs to stop thinking you're such a burden. It's my job to be concerned about you. We're best friends. You're really silly sometimes, you know that? What's wrong? What's going on, Sayuri? Please, just talk to me. She looks ashamed as she gets herself out of bed. Oh god, I just realized. I totally forgot we had planned today. And I overslept. Moles, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. She flails around on instinct, and I reach out and pull her into a hug. Clearly this takes her by surprise, as she doesn't make an effort to return it, at least initially, but after a while she eventually starts to weakly hug back. As we break apart, Sayuri smiles, clearly trying to put her nightmare behind her. Thank you, Moles. You always know how to make me feel better. Anyway, we have a lot to do today, right? Let's get started then. Is she really going to try to ignore the elephant in the room? Sorry, don't you want to talk? No. Sorry, I really don't want to talk about it if that's okay. Another glimpse of this concerning side she works so hard to pass off. And yet, here we are again, these walls I can never get through. But, Moles, please? It's nothing. Everyone has nightmares. She seizes on my moment of silence. Anyway, can you just give me a moment to get dressed? Then we can start getting spooky. With a sigh of resignation, I leave and close the door behind me. We can get some pumpkins from the supermarkets. You've got a knife at home, right? Yeah. So, what kind of things are we going to carve into them? Bats, skulls, all those cheesy Halloween things, right? It's tempting not to answer, to give Sayuri a taste of her own medicine. I don't think she's aware of just how frustrating this is. But then again, do I really want this to ruin the day? Sayuri's clearly trying to put it past us. As much as I want to know what's going on, she's clearly not in any mood to provide. And bringing it up now would totally ruin the day for the rest of us. Besides, I can't really stay angry at her. Her generally bubbly persona is infectious. Only someone without a heart could be immune to it. I marginally smile. Or spiders. I forgot how much you're terrified of them. Oh, come on, like you're any better. I am. Or maybe with the big ones. Even though Halloween isn't as largely celebrated here, at least compared to the Western countries, shops still have made a decorative effort. All of those cheesy cliché Halloween decorations can be seen both on the exterior and interior of the shop. Luckily for us, all of the pumpkins are right up front. Wow, these are huge. Which means we have that much more space to make some awesome decorations, don't you think? Her eyes meet mine, the cheerful enthusiasm still bouncing around in them. Yeah, good thinking. Let's get these three. Oh, do you mind if I grab some food for later? Yeah, sure, what were you thinking? Pizza! Not exactly the healthiest of choices, is it? Hey, I don't see you chomping on a salad, you know. Can't dispute that. But in all seriousness, Sayuri, maybe you should try something that isn't just junk food. I worry about you sometimes, you know. I know. You don't need to, though. I'll make more of an effort soon. I promise. Oh, I've said that to myself more times than I can count. Alright, fine. Pizza it is. But only if I get a slice. Or two. Deal! In an attempt to display my masculine bravado, I volunteered to carry all three pumpkins. In hindsight, given how much my arms are screaming at me, I immediately regret my decision. I can't believe you didn't let me carry any of them. You're so silly sometimes. Pfft, it's no sweat! No sweat at all! Don't drop them. What? That pumpkin is shaped like your head. I swear to God I'll throw one of these at you. You wouldn't dare. Besides, I don't think you'd be able to lift it high enough. I hate how true that is. Sayuri 1, Moles 0. That's so unfair. You're taking advantage of the poor situation I'm in. Not true. If I recall correctly, you're the one who insisted on carrying these. She adopted a comedic, super low male tone. It's okay, Sayuri. I'm a big, strong guy who can handle all these pumpkins. Okay, firstly, I do not sound like that. Right? An innocent smirk is my only response, which returns into indignation as I blow a puff of air in her face. It's the little victories in life. So which shape should we go with first? Let's just keep it simple for now. We can just go with the generic jack-o'-lantern. Pull up a reference photo on my phone. We've got to start by scooping out the insides, though, so let's cut a hole in the top. With a look of steadfast determination, she slices away at the top of the pumpkin, exposing the contents within. She looks really cute with that look on her face. Her nose has scrunched up, and she's focusing intently on her task. And the best part is she's so oblivious to how endearing she really is. Come on! Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Okay. Oh man, it feels so cold and sticky. It's slow but steady work. As we scoop out the inside, I do my best not to focus on how soft her hands and arms feel as they brush against mine. There! Now my hands aren't all sticky. Yeah, mine too. Say, do you want a new hairstyle? I grin and reach forward, aiming for Sayori's head. Wah! Don't even think about it. Okay. I won't. I hold my hands up as a sign of peace. Sayori remains backed up away from me, a suspicious look on her face. As she lets her guard down and come closer, I dart forward and burn the nose, leaving an orange smear. Hey, meanie! I'm going to get you for that. Only if you can actually catch me. I laugh and dart away from her strike. Sayori has never been particularly coordinated, so it's pretty easy to dodge her clumsy attempts. As she comes in for another swipe, I catch her wrist with my hands. She's squirming and wriggling, doing her best to escape my grasp. Unfortunately, due to the slipperiness of the pumpkin coating on both of our hands, my grip isn't as strong as I'd like. She manages to twist her hand free and lands a respectable orange smear on my cheek. Aha! I told you! Her victory is short-lived as I manage to return the favor down her neck. Oh, wow, okay, a truce. For real this time. No tricks? No! We still have to cover the pumpkins. Okay, fair enough. After we wash our hands, Sayori takes out a pen and starts to trace the face on the pumpkins. I'm looking through the cupboard trying to find a knife that's big enough. Ah, this one will do. How's this? I wander over to left to Sayori. This is unfair. How is it this girl who is late to wake up and get ready still smells really good? Far away, detached part of me vaguely remembers something my biology teacher was saying about pheromones. Don't let her get you with the pheromones, Jimmy. Well, yeah, it smells great. Smells? Huh? Oh, damn, did I say smell instead of look? Guess I'm a little hungry, haha. Yeah, that's perfect. I'll start carving it. There. Wow, that looks great. We make an awesome team, don't we? Haha, sure do. What about the other two pumpkins? I was thinking we could do a bat for this one, and we could just keep it simple for the last one. Like, carve a boo into it? Perfect. Well, here we go. A while later, we're finally done. Our handiwork sits proudly in front of us. Job well done. The others are gonna love them. I just realized. We must look like two proud parents, except our kids are pumpkins. Sayori breaks out into giggles. Malls, you've been really funny. You're always really funny, you know that? One of these days I'll learn how to make a compliment from the opposite sex, especially when it comes to someone I think I'm starting to fall in love with. Unfortunately, that day is not today. As I feel my cheeks heat up, I'm very surprised that Sayori didn't pick up on it. Anyway, I had a lot of fun today. Sadly, I've got a lot of homework to get on with, so I'm gonna have to go. But I'll take a pumpkin with me. Anyway, I'll see you on Monday. Oh, and look, I know you're concerned about me, what happened earlier, but please, just try not to worry too much or anything. I'll try and tell you when I'm comfortable, okay? Alright, that's reassuring. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. With a click, the door closes behind me. I don't get too much to stew over today's events, though, as my phone blares to life. It's my mother. Hi, Malls! I gotta do a different voice for Mom. How have you been doing? Are you eating well? Whoa, Mom, slow down. It's fine. School's going well. Sakurai started talking about World War I, so history's pretty enjoyable. About the eating part, how are things at your end? Stressful. I want to come home and see you. I've been feeling ever so guilty about being away. Nah, it's fine, seriously. Since joining the club, the lonely feeling has pretty much disappeared. Plus, Sayori and I are hanging out a lot, so it's nice to have some regular contact with her again. Oh yes, that club of yours. You said it was a literature club, right? Mm-hmm. Ah, well, that should mean your grades for Japanese will be fantastic, right? It's definitely helping. And the other club members? Yeah, we get along pretty well. One girl's really shy, and the other's kind of cold, but I think she's a softie at heart. Oh, and Monica's the president. Oh, and Monica you used to share class with, right? The one you had a crush on? Mom! I didn't have a crush on her. Of course not. So, being around Sayori again. When I called you last week, you were on a date. Sorry, at the park with her, right? Yeah. I'm so happy for the both of you. She was always your best friend growing up. Although, perhaps it's a mothering intuition, but I get the feeling that you and Sayori... What about us? I can sense her knowing smile even over the phone. Well, you tell me. Tell her! Well, truth be told, Mom, I think I really like her. Like, in that sense. Ah, yes, I did think this day would come eventually. Look at my little boy, all grown up, falling in love with a girl. Mom! Sorry. I guess I should have seen this coming, given the way you used to act around her as a kid. Anyways, looking out for her, protecting her from the things that scared her, sharing your food with her. Quite the gentleman you were. Really? You had your suspicions that early on? Motherly instinct, sweetheart. Sure, I laughed. It was confusing at first. I didn't really know what these new feelings were. I didn't start to notice things about her until I gotta read that one again. I didn't start to notice little things about her I'd start to notice little things about her that I hadn't seen before. Like how pretty her eyes were, or how nice she smells, or how cute she looks when she's trying to concentrate. I sighed dreamily. Yeah, I'll admit, she's got me good. So what's holding you back? Well, I don't really know that girls that well. How am I supposed to know if she likes me back? Ah, teenage love. Well, look at it this way. When a girl likes you, she'll do a few things to try and signal that interest. Does she maintain eye contact with you a lot? Laugh at your jokes? Offer to come with you places or invite you along? Compliment you? Kind of, yeah. I mean, a lot of those things, yeah. But sometimes she acts a little off, as in, there are days when she doesn't really want to talk to me or anyone else. Is there something that she's hiding? And she keeps her walls up and doesn't let me in. Like today, she was having a really bad nightmare, saying stuff like she was really tired and she feels bad for feeling useless. But she never wants to talk about it, and she just brushes me off whenever I try and help her. Well, there was a long gap in your history together. Perhaps something happened in her life, something that she isn't ready to share just yet. Patience is a virtue, sweetheart. You'll have to understand it from her perspective. Sometimes people just don't want to share. I know it must be frustrating. You want to keep to yourself. You want to help, but she's just not letting you. Yeah. As much as you would like, sometimes you just can't force yourself into someone's life like that. Besides, we have no idea what her reasoning is. I'm sure she'll tell you when she feels comfortable doing so. But doesn't that mean she doesn't trust me yet? Not necessarily. From what you've told me, she enjoys spending time with you. She certainly does trust you. It's just not on that level yet. It'll come in time. Anyway, unfortunately, I have to go. It's a lot of work to be done. It was lovely talking to you again, sweetheart, and keep you updated on the serious situation, especially if anything major pops up. Sure thing, Mom. And thanks to you. Your advice has been really helpful. You're very welcome, darling. Beep. With both my mother and Sayori gone, my room feels strangely empty. As I meander upstairs to my room and flop onto my chair, my mother's words echo in my mind. Maybe Sayori does like me too. Well, even if she does, what am I meant to do? Am I meant to take the first move? Ask her to a date to be my girlfriend? Although, if we've been hanging out, just the two of us, isn't that already technically a date? That's the trap I fell into, buddy! It's okay, you can get out of that one. I don't know. I feel like I think I'll just see how the next couple of weeks go and not push anything. Primarily because I don't know what I'm doing. Been there. With a weary sigh, I booted up my computer. There's no way I'll be able to get any homework done with all that on my mind. Video games should be a nice way to relax. It's Halloween coming up, so let's pick a horror game. This one looks tempting. Third person's file horror, police detective, nightmare, Deadly Within. That'll do fine. Oh, maybe Resident Evil 2. Maybe Resident Evil 2 makes more sense. So, normally I would try and get the stream to go for 2 hours directly, but that's a really good end point since we finished the day. So we're gonna save. I always save in 2 slots, and that's gonna call it for the stream today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Make sure to follow on Twitch and Mixer. Follow me on Twitter at Mulsey. Join my Discord. Link should be in the description. And if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. All that shiz. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time.